All right, let's talk about one of the absolute superstars of the skincare world, vitamin C. I mean, we all know it's a total powerhouse for getting that bright, glowy skin, but it's also got this really common, kind of confusing, and very, very orange secret.
So, you know the feeling, right? You shell out for a fancy new vitamin C serum, you're super excited. And then, a few weeks in, you notice it. It's starting to change color. It goes from clear to yellow, then to this deeper orange. And all the advice you've ever heard says, yep, it's gone bad, time to toss it. But is that really the whole story?
I mean, these are the classic signs we're all taught to look for. The color gets funky, maybe it starts to smell a little weird, kind of metallic or rancid, or the texture just feels off. And yeah, conventional wisdom says that's the end of the line for your serum. But what if it's not an ending at all? What if it's actually just the next chapter?
Okay, so to really get what's happening inside that little bottle, you first have to know that vitamin C isn't just one thing. In skincare, it usually shows up in two main forms. Think of it like you have the main star of the movie, and then you have the really talented, reliable understudy.
So on one side, we have L-ascorbic acid, or LAA for short. This is the pure stuff, the gold standard. It's powerful, it's been studied a ton, and it delivers results like yesterday. Then on the other side, you've got derivatives, like sodium ascorbyl phosphate, or SAP. This one is way more stable, much gentler on the skin, but your body has to do a little work. Your skin's enzymes actually convert it into the usable form. But here's the really cool part. Even though they're different, they both totally deliver on the main promises of vitamin C. We're talking powerful antioxidant protection, brightening up your complexion, fading those annoying dark spots, and of course, revving up collagen production to keep your skin feeling firm. They're both fantastic ingredients.
And this, my friends, brings us to the main event. It's the central conflict of our story. That super powerful, pure L-ascorbic acid, well, its biggest strength is also its biggest weakness. All that incredible potency, it comes at a price. And that price is that it's just not very stable.
And wow, this graph from a 2020 study just lays it all out there. You do not need to be a scientist to see what's happening. Look at how sharply those lines drop. That's the concentration of pure vitamin C just tanking when it's exposed to everyday things like heat and air. It's this incredibly fragile molecule that basically starts breaking down the second you twist open that cap. Which, of course, leads us to the standard advice you're going to hear from pretty much everyone. Dermatology Times says it plain and simple. If it's discolored, throw it out. It's oxidized, it can't help your skin anymore. And that's that. Case closed, right? Well, maybe not.
Okay, hang on, because this is where the story gets really fascinating. We are about to challenge that whole idea by taking a closer look at what oxidized actually means on a chemical level. This is the plot twist. So here it is, the question that changes everything. We've been told for years that once vitamin C oxidizes, it's game over, it's useless. But what if that's not exactly right? What if the process of breaking down actually creates something, well, something pretty amazing? And here's the mind-blowing part. When that L-ascorbic acid first starts to oxidize, it turns into something new called dehydroascorbic acid, or DHA. Now get this. Research shows that this new stuff, DHA, can get into your skin up to 12 times faster than the original vitamin C. So it hasn't gone bad, it has literally transformed into a version your skin can drink up even more efficiently. But the journey doesn't actually stop there. After it turns into that super absorbent DHA, the breakdown keeps going. It then becomes something called decoagulonic acid. And that stuff, in turn, breaks down into one final and honestly, very, very surprising compound. Its final form, erythrulose. Now, if that name sounds a little familiar, it's because it's a key ingredient in a lot of self-tanners. Yeah, it works by creating a chemical reaction with the proteins in the top layer of your skin to produce a brown color. So that orange stain you get on your fingers and face, it's not just a sign of oxidation. It is literally a self-tanning ingredient being created in your serum bottle. Wild, right? Okay, so now that we know the crazy truth behind that orange color, what are we supposed to do about it? Let's turn all this cool science into a super practical guide so you can pick and use your next vitamin C serum like a total pro. All right, so which C is for you? It really just depends on your skin. If your skin is pretty tough and you want those maximum fast-acting results, then the classic L-ascorbic acid is definitely your guy.
But if you have sensitive or acne-prone skin, or you just don't want to deal with the stress of a short shelf life, then a stable version like sodium ascorbyl phosphate is an absolutely fantastic and gentle option.
And look, no matter which one you choose, these tips will help you get the most out of it. First, keep it in the fridge. That cold temperature really slows down the oxidation. Always go for dark, opaque, airtight bottles. Try to use it up within about 3 to 4 months. And now you know the secret, definitely wash your hands right after you put it on. And a final tip, putting your moisturizer on top can create a little shield, protecting it from the air while it sinks in. So we're back where we started, but now everything looks different. That orange serum in your medicine cabinet isn't necessarily a problem to be thrown away. It's a clue. It's a chemical story unfolding right in front of you. It's a sign that your powerful serum is active, it's working, it's changing. So the question isn't, has it gone bad anymore? The question is, what is it becoming? And now you know the answer.